get started with this?
You see, I had laughter too.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Megan. This is my channel. I am coming in to show you a couple of things before the rain. We've gotten crazy amounts of rain these last couple of days. And here, there you go. Now you can see each other. There we go. We've gotten crazy amounts of rain these last couple of days, so it's been hard to film, but there is a break in the clouds, and I think I have a few moments to kind of walk through a few things. There have been some new things that have popped up, thank goodness to some of the sunshine that's come through. We had a beautiful weekend. I planted some more things. I know we kind of talked about that before, about how like I have my general plan and then I just go in and I kind of fill the holes, and I got some new seeds today, which is really the whole reason that I'm coming to you guys today, because I cannot wait to show you what they are. Let's get started with what's new.
Yeah.
This is exciting, guys. I planted some beans over in this little section here. Nope, that's cameo. Hold on. Let me flip you around. Here. Yeah, come down in here. So this one, I forgot that I had planted right there. So come in a little closer. No, I'm gonna hold it. So this one, it just popped up. All that rain. You can see it's still got its little shell on it. All that rain. We're gonna be planting some more beans tonight. So you're gonna come along with me for that. And then this one over here, it is a different variety, and I don't remember what it was. So we will have to see. I planted two in that spot. So I want to say it's either a regular, like green bean, kind of like the pinto bean. You know how if the green bean dries, then you get like a pinto bean out of it. It might be that, or it's a Blue Lake bush bean, or I could have that confused with this one. I don't remember. I have tons of little oak trees popping up. The squash is looking awesome. It looks a little wilty right now because the sun just came up and it's making it a little sad. And then I've got that one right there. So that's the yellow squash. Then we've got the Romanesco squash, or I think that's what it's called, Roman something. The peppers are looking great. The tomatoes, that one is starting to look a little sad. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna have to do to this what I've done to the other ones, and I'm gonna show you that today, how I am fixing that problem. I've got two more backup tomatoes that I may have to deploy, but I really didn't want to because we've got fruits coming in, guys. I don't want to be behind anymore. So we've got jalapenos coming on, which I'm really excited about. I broke down and I bought some more chamomile because all of the seeds that I planted have not germinated. We've got, look at this tomato. Let's see. I don't know. You guys can go back on the other videos and see. That one's gotten so big. Carolina Reaper is looking awesome. I'm excited for that. We've got an heirloom cherry tomato back here. Those look really good. These that I'm rehabbing, those are ghost peppers there, kind of rehabbing those. They're coming along. They may or may not make it. Another tomato, it's beautiful. That one is the black Vernace. We've got ghost pepper, and ghost pepper. And then we've got our first tomatoes, guys. Look at that. That's the Liana, right? Did I say that right? Roma, oh man, I'm gonna have to look it up. I've got it in my little bucket. I'll show you whenever we go over there. And then this one was one that I replaced. So that's a black Vernace that replaced one of the ones that was sick. That is actually doing really well now. I can't wait to show you. We've got the Serrano back there that's getting some flowers on it. We've got the West Indies habanero. Look at all the little basils coming up. Those look even bigger than last time too. And we've got more tomatoes. This is the heirloom cherry. Let's get underneath there. Excuse me while I go under your leaves. Look at that. Let's see if we can get it to focus. There we go. They're coming in, guys. Remember, those are the ones from the grocery store. How incredible is that? And then that is another West Indies habanero. We've got chamomile. That one grew. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but it definitely grew. We've got flowers setting on this one back here. And then we've got some flowers setting on this one here. We're gonna have fruit on this one soon. This one's big. The banana pepper I harvested. I've gotten two 2 peppers off this one, but you can see it's starting to get some little issues here. And I think, again, that's probably just the rain doing its thing. I'm going to have to pull it out and look.
Mommy,
These little things. Yeah, you are. Good job. There we go. Just pull those out. I like to usually try to get the acorn, but it didn't come. And then we've got our fennel. That was a gift from a friend. It's got some little stuff going on, but for the most part, all the new growth looks really, really good. It struggled a little bit whenever I first planted it. There's my 2 backup tomatoes. Remember those were the ones falling down before? Look at my hibiscus. It didn't flower or bloom for like 2 weeks, and then here it is. All of them are coming out. I think it's all that sunshine that we got. We got a little bit over the weekend, and it really made all the difference. And then we got our strawberry. This one's, let me turn it around. You'll see what I'm talking about. We got little strawberries coming in. Look at that. Little flowers. It's looking good. The mint, oregano. There's my little Tabasco plant. That's getting greener by the day, which is awesome. And then we got the other hibiscus. You can see this one's about to put on some more flowers too. Look at that lemon balm, guys. I haven't pruned it. Last video, I pruned it. Look at that. Lavender's out of control and not dead. We got the Mexican tarragon. It's looking really good. The mint is looking really good. Now, okay, I'm gonna show you guys something. I've got some little, let's see if I can get that. There we go. Some little leaf sucking leaf sucking pests trolling about my garden, and I've been trying to pick them off. I've picked off a couple of caterpillars. It's not hurting anything. They're really not. It's not making big of a difference. It's not a big deal, but you can see that they've just really enjoyed these things. The sage is getting left alone. The bok choy is finally getting left alone. So that one's kind of blooming a little bit. Not blooming. It's growing. The sage, it's got a little, you can see here, some of the same thing, but most of the big leaves are good. This mint down here, same thing with the leaf suckers, the thyme. Funny enough, right? We're going to have some really healthy insects going around. Now, I'm going to show you something. Okay, so see our lettuce transplants? They look not so happy. And I'm going to show you something, and it's going to be an illustration on why soil absolutely matters. This is the same soil in this that I used to plant out the garden bed that I made in the very first video, which is this one right over here. You can see my little gnome. He fell down again. Goji berries looking awesome. We don't have any berries on it yet.
Mommy, I've ridden all the way from there to here.
Wow, way to go, kiddo. And then you can see, I think this one's getting a little too much water. That's my other chamomile that I planted. Now, the biggest difference with this bed is I amended this before I planted stuff. You can still see the rain is really having an issue, or it's having its way with this. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to mix up some more fertilizer. I just do I'll show you what I use whenever we go into the garage. But I'll just mix that into a gallon jug and then just kind of come and pour it all over everything. But the nasturtiums, there we go, and the calendula are looking really good. We've got more flowers coming in on the raspberry leaf tea. I'm actually going to be picking this soon. I have a loved one that is about to go through her cycle, so we're going to make her some raspberry leaf tea and help with those pains, because we all know, at least the ladies, what that is like. And our okra, look, this is even grown, guys. Look at that. I can't believe it. I'm going to have to thin it out. I planted 2 because these are older seeds too. Just thinking, oh, well, at least one of them will come up, and both of them came up. It's crazy. They're awesome looking. And we've got some more little flowers that I've sprinkled in here, I'm sure, growing there. We've got some grass, some mushrooms. See, look at all those mushrooms. Look at that field of mushrooms there. It's crazy. That is how wet it has been. More raspberry. They just kind of go underground and pop up where they want. Look at the nasturtiums. Look how much those have grown since last time. They look so good. Blueberries. See, we've got more blueberries coming in. Nice. And this plant started to yellow again, and I just hit it with some more fertilizer. I think I'm gonna be chasing this one maybe all summer. Yeah, sweetheart. What?
No, I can do it. I'm serious.
That was amazing. Why don't you do that in the grass though? That about gave me a heart attack.
Okay.
Okay. Crazy kid. And then we've got nasturtium there. And then we've got all of these sunflowers. Look how big they were getting. This is insane. Like, I swear they grew 4 inches overnight. This is awesome. And then I battle the grass here because it's that new bed and it's planted right next to the grass. So I just come in and I try to get it out by that little white part there. Sometimes they come up, sometimes they don't. Definitely got some more flowers coming in here. I don't remember what I planted here. I almost want to say it was baby's breath. I think I did baby's breath and something else, but I guess we'll see. And then back here, I've been rehabbing a little plant that a friend gave me, and this is an angel trumpet, and I'm gonna have to move it. You guys look up angel trumpet and you'll see why. Because this thing ends up being a tree, and it is massive, but it's beautiful. And I came out yesterday, and it did not have this many leaves on it. I swear the leaves look just like that one. But all I did, a friend brought it by, I made sure that I put a little fertilizer into the soil there, and I just stuck this, it was a stick, is what it was. Stuck the stick in the ground, and I thought that it was surely dead the other day, and I came and I pulled it up and the roots were really white, and then I started to notice that it was getting some little buds on it, so I just let it leaf out and do its thing. But if you can imagine what that looked like without leaves on it, it's pretty funny. All right, let's head over to the garage, and I want to show you the seeds, and I'm going to show you what I decided to get from, I'm sure if you guys saw my Facebook already, you already know, but I decided to do a kind of a last minute purchase, and then we'll go back to that bed, which I haven't shown you guys yet, so come with me. There's the 3 more chamomile plants I bought. I couldn't help myself. I just love it so much. Okay, oh, we're gonna make a pit stop. I potted up some cactus that my brother gave me. Hopefully I can get him in for an interview here really soon. Oh, and I gotta show you the avocado tree. I have to show you the avocado tree. This is beautiful. Let me turn this way. That angle was horrible. Is that a little better? Now I can't see anything. Hold on. That's a little better. Okay, so before we go into the garage, I'm going to show you a couple of things. And, okay, so you remember the plants, the lettuce that we had over there that were not looking good, kind of spindly? I planted those before what I'm about to show you, and this is why soil makes a difference. I used my own compost that I've cultivated over the last couple of years, and I just put it in this this pot, which thanks Paul for the pot, and they look great. And I planted some Rocky Top from some Rocky Top lettuce mix from Baker Creek, and it's starting to come up too, so let me show you real quick. This is why it's so important. Seriously. Look at these. These were started 2 weeks after the other ones, and they were planted out later. Look at the difference here. And then we've got all of this new growth coming in. All of that's going to be delicious lettuce. And look how awesome it's doing over here. I'm a big fan of doing your greens in a raised type of setting or in a pot if you can, just because pest pressure and everything is so much less. Like, I've got my echinacea over here, and I've been having to come out and just find, I just put my thumb on one. See, the slugs, they really love it. So what I'll do is I'll just, oh, come here. Can't really get that off. Get off. Where did it go now? Oh, I lost it.
Hi, Sissy.
I lost it.
Hey, there's another
I
skipper
had
and I can get it for you.
I had a little one jump on my back, and I don't know where it went. He'll live to chew another day, little guy. But that's the thing too, is I try to plant enough to where, and with these, the leaves, it doesn't matter if they eat the leaves off. I'm not really worried about that. Still don't have any beans here. This is where I'm gonna plant hopefully some more pole beans. I don't know why we're not getting beans there. And then right over here, in between the pepper and the squash, I'm gonna plant the beans that I started. And then there's my other echinacea. Doesn't that look so good? Okay, so this is what I was talking about too. Make a pit stop. My brother grows cactus. So he gave me this one. It's a dragon fruit. And I'm really looking forward to that one coming up. But apparently what happens is they get really tall and they get these little pup things coming off of them. That's not a pup, but they kind of look like that. And then you just clip them off and you plant them all in a big bundle together. And that's how they support each other. The rosemary's still looking really good. And then we've got this other cactus that I don't know what this is. He's gonna have to tell you, but how cool is that? Look, it's got like this like mutation that's happened. Let me see if I can, there we go. This mutation that's happened to it. And then I'm gonna have to call him about this one because I'm not sure why that one's getting yellow. But we'll figure it out. And then there's this little big guy in that little pot there. All right, and then we've got the avocado here. Let's see if I can find some. They're getting so big. You spot one? Ha, there's one. Got one right here. Oh, here's a bigger one. Look at that. Guys, how cool is that? And then I'm going to be repotting my lime tree because it's not looking the absolute best. Oh, here's another. Look at that. We've got 3 coming in over here. 1, 2, 3. One there. You guys, I couldn't be happier right now. And look, the leaves are starting to green up a little bit. I'm going to have to hit it again because of all the rain.
It's an avocado.
Yeah, it's an avocado. And then, like, it's still looking. I'm getting some new leaves still, but it's not good. I'm going to go ahead and pull probably the rest of the rosemary out of it and then let the tree absorb the nutrition from the roots of the rosemary and then just repot and give the rosemary away and keep some too, obviously, because I love it. Mulch, compost. All right, so here we are. Let me show you guys what we're doing here. So the plants that had dampened off, this was the really sick one from the last video. And, oh, get your chalk. There you go. So this was the really sick one from the last video. And what I did is, it had 2. What I did is I kept this part of it on there. So you see where that is, it's kind of like yuck looking, right? That was cutting off, like it died. And then I don't know if those are actually taking anything in or what, but what I did is I split it. You can see where I split it into 2. And once I did that and put it back into the water, it started taking up the water. And I put a few drops of my, can't get it in there. There we go. You can see those are roots, guys. Those little buds that come off the tomato plants, that's what it looks like. You stick it in water. You don't have to add nutrition to it, but since they were so sick, I did. But that's what I use. It's totally organic. It's been awesome. But be sure to stick like a towel or something underneath it. You can see it gets goopy. Now these are the other 2 cactus that I need to pot up. And then I had some other ones that we talked about. There was another sick one that you saw. I split that one in 2. And look at the roots on that thing. That is insane. And I've even got the little buds holding it on. But that's a piece of fruit. I forgot to label these, so I don't actually remember what they were. But one's a yellow pear, I think, and one maybe a striped Roman. I don't remember. It is a mystery. How's Mckenzie? She says no thank you. Okay, so what we've got is, like I said, I started my beans. I did this the way that you would do it in grade school. I wet a little paper towel.
Germinated.
Yeah, I germinated it. Good job. And these are definitely ready. Look at that. It was just one whole bean. I put it and I soaked it with wet paper towel. There's about 5 of them in there. I really wasn't expecting all of them to do it because, again, these seeds were kind of old. So I'm very happy about that. So I've got 5 beans that are going to find a home today. I'm excited about that because who doesn't love beans? I love beans. And I like, these are bush beans again too, just because I can pop them kind of where I want them in the garden and I don't have to worry about really trellising them up. Okay, I have planted so much, guys. I have also planted a few more things this week. I started them in little 4-inch pots. Let me go get them. I'll show them to you. I need to stick them outside so they can get a little sunshine. I'm trying to coax this one a little bit. This is a Phylus blue pepper. This is one of my favorite peppers. Very few of them germinated, and it looks like only that one did. And I'm trying really hard to keep this one alive. They're not hard to keep alive, but for some reason this year I've had such a problem with it. But we've got our second set of leaves coming on, which is exciting. I've been taking care of that. I'm going to be putting this one outside again today. I put them outside every day just so I don't have to harden them off. But I've been bringing them in because of the rain showers that we've been having. They've been crazy. I planted more German chamomile. It's just not coming up. And I'm going to keep trying though. I'm not going to give up. I planted some red Ursa kale. Can you see that? There we go. Red Ursa kale. And I planted some, this is also dinosaur kale. There we go. Cabbage, Noro de Toscana. It's also called dinosaur kale or Tuscan kale, or I'm trying to think of all the names. I planted scarlet kale. I've got a couple shady spots that these are going to go. And I fully anticipate on these being the perfect size by fall. So I planted some for the spring garden. They just didn't come up. But there's a little Ursa one. Look at that little guy. Isn't that cute? Or little gal. We don't know. We don't know what you are. You're a plant. And I planted more of that calendula. It's starting to come up in the garden. That's the one that we originally planted. And I had more of that. I ordered some more. I can't wait to show you that. Oh, this is the Jing okra that I planted. Look how beautiful that is. My husband took one of the most beautiful pictures of an okra flower. It is amazing. They're related to the hibiscus and also the roselle. Very, very good. And you can see they get really long like this, and we'll see a lot of these. They are still pretty tasty even whenever they get that big. It's great. That's the Rocky Top lettuce salad mix. That's seeded over there. Now I had eggplant pulled out to do, but I didn't do it, and I don't remember why I didn't do it. I think it was just because it was little. I think I'm gonna wait for the fall for that one. Here it is. This has been in my little seed collection for so long, and I have a lot of seeds. I'm Megan, and I have a lot of seeds. You guys, right here. Right here. What? Toothache plant. Do you guys grow this? Have you seen this? This, you can literally bite on, and it numbs your mouth. What? I know. It's crazy. I love it too. Oh, I planted some of this. It's like a red romaine. It was one of the free seeds that came with one of my orders from Baker Creek. They give you a free seed packet with every order. It's amazing. It's free food. It's beautiful. I planted majorum. It's already coming up too. Let me see if I can show you what that one looks like. Let's see. There we go. Do you see them? Isn't that awesome? And I did 2 containers of that. I did 2 containers of the toothache. I did 4 containers of the German thyme. Not thyme. German chamomile. Silly me. Hi, honey.
She's going in my space.
It's okay. You guys share the space. It's for everybody.
But I was drawing there myself.
Uh-huh.
I didn't want anybody else to draw there.
Lucy, look at this. Do you see this? No, I don't think you do. Do you see that? Do you see what that is? That's a tomato.
A tomato.
She's so funny.
I'm not gonna.
Don't.
I'm not gonna be near Sissy anymore ever again.
Okay. I know. You drew in her spot apparently. I, throughout the season, will be planting herbs. So you guys will see a bunch of these. I've got fenugreek. I've got lots and lots of basil. I've got Genovese. Oh, that's okay. So I did Genovese basil. I did cinnamon basil, which is beautiful. Like the cinnamon basil, it kind of looks like a Thai basil, but it does definitely have cinnamon flavor to it. It's really delicious. I did the dark purple opal, which that is fantastic. And it's kind of cool because the more sun that it gets, it is purple, but if it's got like some shaded areas, you do get green. It's beautiful. This one I love, and this is one that I didn't really know how to use this appropriately whenever I first got it. I've been educated quickly because once you go to try and bite into this basil, like as a whole leaf, you'll know that this is medicinal. And it's holy basil. Holy moly, right? Holy basil is an excellent addition to a tea garden. It is very medicinal. Look up the properties. It's incredible. And then I've got some elephant dill. I haven't planted that this year. I'm not sure why I didn't do that. Oh, you know what? I tried to start some seeds and it didn't start. I do remember that. Oh, and then one of my other favorites is lime basil. It's incredible. So there's just some of my herbs. I got a ton in there. I need to do a seed swap. Anybody want to do a seed swap? I would love to do a seed swap. And then, what are y'all doing? So, here are the seeds that I got today. This is the whole reason that I'm making this video. It kind of turned into a little garden tour too. This is the whole reason I'm making this video. Let's see. Let's talk about calendula. I got 2 different kinds. Baker Creek was out of this specific one. It is called Strawberry Blonde, and they were out, and then I put in to get notified whenever they came back in. How gorgeous is that? Oh, and it's calendula. It's medicinal too. Amazing. I mean, this is going to be great in salads and salves and bouquets and, or bouquet. How do you say it? Bouquet, bouquet? What do you think? I think it could go either way. That's my thought on it. And then I got Playtime mix, which I love their mixes because you just get such a variety. This one looks like it might have some of the strawberry blonde in it. Let me show you the difference. Ah, here's. All right, so this mix is the Pacific one. This is what we've already got in the ground. And look at all the different colors in that. And then this is Playtime mix. So you can see they give you such a variety. And I think we might share some colors maybe in this one. That's probably just a difference in like the printing and the background and stuff. But how cool is that? I mean, they're just going to be beautiful. I'm so excited. Calendula. Awesome. They do great here too. And then I got this free seed, which I've never grown this before. I've always wanted to grow it, but stuff is all, with the amount of space that I've got in my garden, I've tried to kind of grow with my garden and not overwhelm myself. The first year that I did this, I bought everything. That's why I have so many seeds. I bought everything and wanted to plant it all, and I just didn't have enough space for it. So I've eased into adding additional things to the garden. And this is one thing that I've never grown before, but I'm so excited about. This one, it says that it prefers temps from 60 to 80. So what I'm going to do is plant it over in my front bed that has the peppers and the tomatoes in it, because in the afternoons, whenever it gets really hot, especially in the summertime, it doesn't really get above 85 degrees in that spot. And it's perfect because we've got this giant oak tree that just covers our driveway and it just shades out the whole thing. So in the hottest part of the day, it doesn't really get above 85 in that section. And I'll do maybe a couple of quick waters throughout the day too. I've got those micro misters, so I like to do maybe a couple of different times a day just to cool them off, so they're not just sweating to death out there. And they're not getting waterlogged either, because tomatoes, peppers, a lot of food is improved when you deprive it of a little bit of water right before you harvest it, because it really concentrates its flavors into the leaves and the fruits of the plant. Pink celery though, how cool is that? Free seed. This was another free seed. How cool is that? And then these I got because my girls and I, we love melons, and I did loofah gourd on the trellis in the backyard. I'm going to take you around to see that in just a second and just show you, but I'm going to do the Minnesota midget. It's like a mini, there we go. Cantaloupe. There we go, that's the word. And look how tiny that is. It says that they don't really get more than 4 inches across. That's incredible. The vines are 3 to 4 foot vines. So I think I'm going to plant 2 of these and probably 2 of this next one, which is the Kiku Chrysanthemum. Look at that. That's another little personal size melon. And this one's going to, they say that this one tastes like a honeydew or a pear with Greek yogurt. And I am just so excited to try this one. This one is 75 to 90. So this one and the other melon, they need hot temperatures. So I'm going to put them in a part in that trellis. That's in an area that gets really good sun, and it gets pretty much the sun all day long. And that's going to be a great spot for this. It is a raised garden bed. So that's where I do start to have a little bit of nervousness, but we're going to try it. And you know, if I need to hit it with a little more nutrients, or it says that it prefers sand, which, I mean, I'm from West Texas, so I totally know that the melons do prefer the sandy kind of cruddy soil. They do better in bad conditions, and that's just in desert-like conditions, which is, and they get so sweet. So I've got a drip system over there. I'm going to configure it in a way that it doesn't get a lot of water. I'll water it whenever I start to see it talking to me, which what I mean by that is like maybe the leaves droop, or it just doesn't look like it's happy. Not peppy. See? Look at those leaves. Look, they're springy. It's like when you have bouncy hair. It's the same thing. You can tell whenever a plant is healthy and whenever it's not healthy. Like this, that's not healthy. There's no spring in that step. That is some very dead oregano. I kill things. I do. I kill plants. So come on with me. We're going to head back. My daughter Mckenzie wants to do a flower garden. So I have given up some of my garden space. And I've got a ton of extra wood left over too from whenever I took apart. We had this like pallet deck that we used some fence posts for, and I've got some of that. The pallets weren't any good anymore, but the actual the decking from it. And then I also made a very long garden in our backyard one year. And so it was like a 30-foot garden, and then I did some right above ground beds. That was a fantastic garden, except my dogs, they just wanted a little bit more room to roam, and they're big dogs. So it was kind of getting in their way. We were fighting each other all the time on it. So I went ahead and I'm going to show you the Keyhole Garden that I made. There's pictures of it on my Facebook. So feel free to head on over there if you want. But I'm going to take you back. So let's go. I'm going to take my little caddy with me. Hey, so we're here. You can see the wood piles from the tearing apart of the things, and we've got pea gravel. We redid that patio area. I'll show you. I'm fighting grass right now, but I've mixed up a couple of things that work really well. But in this very moment, I'm going to show you what happens when you when arugula goes wrong. Let's see it. It is literally growing everywhere. Everywhere. That's arugula. That's new arugula. That is arugula. What is going on here? So what happened was it reseeded and reseeded and reseeded in a bed that I had that I used the dirt from. And then I brought it over here, like all of this. This is literally arugula. Oh, you know what would be great right here, guys? Is thyme. We should totally plant some thyme here, Mackenzie.
In the crevices?
Yeah, in the crevices. So whenever we step on it, it'll smell really good. Look, guys. Look. What is it? Like arugula, the gift that keeps giving. If you like arugula, let it go to seed and you'll have it forever. I get random tomatillos that pop up in here too. And then you can see here, it's more arugula. So we're going to have to treat it like a weed right now. We'll let some of it grow, but for the most part, we're going to be treating a lot of it like a weed. All right, so let me step backwards. This is it. This is the garden. Like, I love it. So we're going to plant the melons right over here. And then I'm going to do the, whoa, that's focusing weird. I'm going to do the kale back here. We'll just walk. Because it gets really shaded out by this. It's really happy back here. It does get a little bitter in the summertime. So it's not the best. I'll break it down with some lemon juice and just let it marinate for a little bit. It's great cooked and things. I can cook out some of the bitterness just like you do collards sometimes. So that's a little bit easy. But we got a couple of little weeds that have sprouted too, so I'll come in here, we'll pull all those, and we'll just get it ready to plant. Now, so look, there's my backyard, guys. You can see the grass taking over. Taking over. We've got a very, very nice sized backyard. My cousin lives back there. There we go. There's a little backyard tour. Our mowers should be coming anytime now. But there's the pea gravel. My dogs, they like to dig and make themselves a little sunspot. But here we go. I don't know, this is about, I'm trying to think. I think it's like 7 feet. No, it's 8 feet, I think. Yeah, it's 8 feet. 8 feet by
20 inches.
No, it's definitely more than 20 inches.
Oh.
It's 20 inches tall, but wide. I can't remember how wide it is. Is it 6? I think it is 6. Yeah. So I was able to use, yeah, it's like 8 feet by 6 feet. And then this, let's see, this thing, there we go. It's like, I know it's leftover remnants of loofah gourd. That did okay. I planted it late. It wasn't the best idea, but. So what we're going to do, here, I'm going to film you, Mick. All right, show us what you're going to be planting.
We have this variety.
Yeah, so you've got some, ooh, those are beautiful zinnias, and it's got bells of Ireland, cosmos, a couple of different kinds of cosmos. That's awesome.
I like pink. Okay, so we have that's important. Sweet pea dream things.
Here.
And they look like dragon things, but I don't
Snapdragons?
Yeah.
Yeah, with those two, just be careful because they are poisonous. So we got to make sure that we're not like trying to eat those. Some of the flowers that we plant are going to be edible. Yeah, if you eat them, they're poisonous.
So
don't eat them.
planning on eating them.
I know, but just disclaimer for anybody who plants them.
Okay. Well, I have xylums that are
Look how beautiful that is. Carpet of snow, it
things.
says.
They're really pretty. And then we have this wildflower mixture, which has baby's breath, blue flax, lupin, don't know what that is, calendula,
Calendula.
Wallflower, chrysanthemums, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I don't know.
Nice. Let me see the picture again. That's gonna be really pretty.
I know, right?
It's a perennial mix, so what that's gonna reseed itself, which is kind of cool too. And it's got some bluebonnets in there, and
it won't be illegal to pick them.
we won't be picking them because we're just gonna love on them. Baby's breath, isn't that a good one? We planted some of that out front too.
Yeah, there's baby's breath in it too. I really like baby's breath. It's good for bouquets. And if English daisies, so that.
Those are really cool. Here,
Yes.
look at the leaves on that. That's gonna be neat to see like in person.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. And then we have another mixture of heirloom seeds.
Heirloom. That says
Why
heirloom.
does it smell like that?
It's supposed to air.
That's weird. It's another.
That is Nasturtium. It's an Alaskan mix. It's called Alaskan Mix Nasturtium. I think they still have that. I don't know if it's available on Baker Creek, but it's one of the ones that they have. Here, show it.
But they're okay.
There we go. There we go. All right, and so I think what we're gonna do, ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
is I think what we're gonna do is plant the flowers in this section here. And the nasturtiums we might keep towards the corners, just because we wanna make sure that we're getting the stuff that's gonna get a little higher, probably on the edges, and then bring it in. I guess it really doesn't matter. Maybe down the middle we'll do the taller things, and then on the sides is where we can do maybe more of the vining things, and then the shorter plants. What do you think?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I will pollinate the other ones.
Yeah, for sure. There are a couple of reasons that we're going to be doing the flowers in the garden this year too. It's just because we've fallen in love with cut flowers, and we want beautiful bouquets throughout our house whenever we want them, and we want to be able to come out here and pick them. And I want to dry some of them for medicinal purposes. I want to dry some of them for baking, and just to pull off and eat some of the nasturtiums and salads, and the calendula and salads I think will be really, really cool too.
They're good at putting resin and make stuff.
And yeah, Mckenzie loves resin art, so she's going to try her hand at doing some petal sets in the resin.
Make bouquets.
Little tiny bouquets.
You said that.
We did already say that. Don't turn it upside down.
Say it again. No, there's nothing in there.
Oh yeah, they're in little individual packs. All right, so we're gonna get busy out here, and there's not gonna be a lot to see after it gets done, but yeah, just know that within the next couple of weeks, this is gonna be a big show back here. And then I'll take you around front and then try to decide where to plant the beans.
Are we gonna put?
Bug just hit me in the face. Ah. We are planted. Throughout the season, I'm going to continue to pop seeds into little pots. It's what I do. I'll show you that along the way. I did end up finding a place for one of the squashes. Now we've got 3. This is a whole new experiment for me, trellising them like this, but I figured if I do that, it's going to give me an understory. And then I've got beans underneath that, and then I wanted to put a little bit of arugula underneath the 1 or 2 of the squashes, just because they are so good at keeping like the yucky bugs away. I got some rock dust. I put that around the bottom of them too, just to keep I need to put some around the echinacea since I'm seeing the snail pressure there. So I'll sprinkle a little of good old trusty rock dust. Remember, use a mask. You don't want to breathe that in. Don't do it on a windy day. So I'll sprinkle that around the plants. Actually, all of them could probably use it. Why not? It's not going to hurt them. It'll just help mineralize the soil, which is a good thing. We definitely need more of that. There's the dino kale. Do you see it? Here it is, the little green guy right there. It's the dino kale. So this year I really am. I'm focusing on quality of plants. I'm going to be selecting. So the plants that I pulled up because of that dampening off, I'm probably not going to be using the seeds from. I am just experimenting though to see what I can do with them after I've pulled them out. You saw how big those roots are getting on there. They're huge, right? Like huge. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm going to probably plant those maybe into pots with some good compost, just good soil. See how those do. I'm out of space in the garden, at least tomato space in the garden. I've got understory space. I planted some of the radishes. One came up, a bird got at it. So we'll see there. But I love just experimenting in the garden. It's my absolute favorite thing. I like just putting things in the ground and seeing them grow. It still blows my mind. I know I've talked about this before. It blows my mind that one tiny seed can produce pounds of food for somebody. So I'm really passionate about getting seeds into people's hands. That's why I made this channel, is because I want people to like do this, because you can grow your own food and it's so attainable. And if you have a handful of seeds, you've got food, right? So I've got a ton of seeds. The seed swap, if anybody has any information on how to start a seed swap, pop it down below. I would love to see what you got on that. I think that would be really, really fun. So if you're interested in doing that, just hit me up. Maybe we could start our own seed swap. Whatever. I love growing fun and different varieties of things. I am always up for experimenting. I have a wish list a mile long on Baker Creek's website. They have such fun varieties, and they get heirlooms. And you can buy live plants. That's how I got my goji berries, was I did live plants from them, and they've come back, I think 3 years now. And they've been awesome. And the mosquitoes are starting to get bad. I've let them go to seed and drop their little berries down there. I've got extra goji berries too that I am happy to give away to anybody who wants to plant goji berries. I've got the seeds for it. So it's one of those just magnificent, beautiful things that I hope will continually fascinate me. It has thus far. I'm 5 years in now. This is my 5th garden in this house. So I'm just excited. I'm just excited that you guys are coming along with me. And yeah. How cool is this? I planted seeds and things grew. It's pretty magical. If you haven't already, go ahead and click the like button if you liked this video, so I know what kind of content you guys want me to put out. Subscribe if you haven't done that already. Hit the notification button. Make sure that you find out when any new video is posted. Share this with somebody. I want everybody to learn how to grow food. I think that's one of those fundamental things that we all need to know how to do just a little bit of. You know, a little bit of water, a little bit of air, a little bit of dirt. That's all you need. And sun, right? This rain is really killing me. But that's all you need. And I fail more than I succeed. So I'm hoping over the years that I'll fail less, but every time I succeed at something I learn, every time I fail at something I learn a little bit more. So I hope that you guys can continue to come along with me, and it's been fun. And until next time, bye.